more than 125 times in their history, and it might not be the most well-known rivalry in the country, but for the Heels and the Cavs, the South's oldest rivalry will always mean a lot. Glad to have you along with us from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Virginia Cavaliers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Well, guys, Coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Tar Heels offense will go on the attack first. North Carolina won a tight one the last time they faced the Cavs.
Yeah, like a basketball game, it was like who had the ball last. UNC hit a buzzer beater, and it was huge to win that game.
Yeah, North Carolina executed. They made the plays down the stretch. Like you said, they hit the 3. But Virginia's had a year to think about it and to try to come in today and change that.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Marshall. Rushes on. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Well, unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. The Cavaliers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the junior running back. Found the end zone a couple of times in his last game, just under 100 yards on the ground.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
And they're not on the same page there. This rivalry runs really deep, guys. It's the 3rd most played in the FBS.
That's crazy, Reese. It's just crazy to think about all the rivalries across college football. And I love the orange and blue and the baby blue in this showdown every year.
They've been playing since 1892, man. That's a long time, and that's something that I think fans, players, and coaches are aware of. This game is very special.
Finds his man in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Tells the run, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Kearney on the Jets. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. There he goes. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in.
Makes a grab and room to run. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
The running back has it. Sees an alley. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Tar Heels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wideout. Run in the red zone. It's Addison. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's
touchdown, UNC! Great job by the back on the option.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off play action on 1st down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They're all over him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He's going to get loose. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll ride him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. To throw, it's Marshall. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. The give on the counter. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Plows his way ahead. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. The Cavaliers decide to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. Going to the running game. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Right back to the well. They knock him down right there.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Under pressure. He's going to run it inside the 45. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Quarterback signaling to his guy. Looking for room. It's Addison. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. Here he comes with the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. And the Cavaliers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires to the big fella. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum. I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Cavaliers will punt this one away.
Number 98 on to kick it away.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Six-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Selling the fake. Look out! And down he goes.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Back to throw, it's Marshall. He lets one fly deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground, and so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Motion from the wide receiver. On target.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The play fake. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Cavaliers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day.
It's a fumble on the play. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Marshall. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They'll run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Quick completion on the out. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Makes a catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Virginia will call its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Timeout is called by Virginia. That's their 2nd. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the Hallelujah Land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wide receiver going in motion. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Rush is on. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Turns it upfield. Timeout on the field. The Cavaliers have taken their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the Texas Longhorns.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Howie, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Cavaliers head coach coming out of the locker room. They have found some positives here during this 3-game win streak, but right now, trailing in this game, their backs are against the wall. They get an opportunity here to start the third quarter with some more momentum, and he said, we can't worry about the win streak, we just have to worry about doing our job. Guys?
Howie, thank you. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Oh, pressure's coming. And they got him.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Made a defender miss. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Running to the left. Looking for a crease. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Caught. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Turns into the pile. Touchdown, UNC! And the stomping has commenced. The Tar Heels putting their foot down as they start to pull away from the Cavs.
North Carolina raising up, meeting the Cavaliers in this rivalry game and doing exactly what they want to do.
Well, they're just making more plays, and they just seem like they are locked in. From the opening whistle, UNC has been the team ready to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Driven back.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Right down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big...
Touchdown, Tar Heels! Special teams proving to be special.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Davis. Here's some daylight. Turning it on. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8. Does get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? On the option. Now the pitch. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina! His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten pay dirt in this one. And numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season. And he tacks on the extra point. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. The last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Under pressure. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. Shakes a man and he might take off. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Straight ahead, it's Davis. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. And the Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
2nd down to the air. Out wide right, it's Beebe. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. The Cavaliers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On play action. On the move. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On the run from inside his own 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's got the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run it. There he goes. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. The screen, he can go. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Right side, it's Phillips. Snags it, and there's running room. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. All over him immediately.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
3rd and 6 yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Cavaliers will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. They want that clock to run. At the 15, he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, past the 30. Inside the... And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before right there. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Abraham. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looks it in. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. The give. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Bring him down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
The latest chapter of the South's oldest rivalry in the books, and it is North Carolina who takes home the win over Virginia. This is